Opportunity tomorrow night with Auburn and the way that they're playing, and they pose numerous challenges, as most everybody else in this league does, but especially the way they're playing, the way they're getting fouled right now, the way their offensive rebound on the ball at extremely high levels, playing extremely fast, aggressive. They're playing with great confidence. They're playing like a veteran team. I mean, they really are. They're playing like a true veteran team with a couple of younger guys sprinkled in. And right now what we've got to do is we've got to be excited about the opportunity. And I think like our turnovers are a great example of where we're at. Our turnovers are coming because we're in a rush. And we're playing too quick, or we're not getting our feet down. Or really what I always say, you got to be committed to the spacing, which means don't creep in. Finish your cut, get behind the NBA line, be ready to step in, have good footwork. And sometimes I think we're in such a rush to make a play or such a rush to move the ball that's where our turnovers are coming, and they've got to clean up, and we've got to be the old John Wooden, be quick but don't hurry, and that's kind of what we're epitomizing right now. We're in way too much of a hurry, but we've just got to be in a situation where we're excited to be home, get our confidence inside of the game, not let our belief drop like it does at times when things don't go our way, and continue to find a way to have some type of collective leadership in the game. So we are excited for it, and at the end of the day, the whole goal with this team, whether it's a 40-minute game, a 45-minute game, a 50-minute game, whatever it is, to play as close to a complete, not mistake-free, not perfect game, but as close to a complete game as we can possibly play, because that's really, if we had to put it in a nutshell, that's what's hurt us. We've had too many stretches, whether they're bigger stretches or smaller stretches, that have hurt us when we've been right there to win a game, and we've got to be able to overcome it.
You anticipate having everybody well and healthy for?
We've got a lot of guys right now that are. We've got staff, we've got players that are dealing with illness, sickness. We've got a lot of medicine right now. So everybody got through it yesterday, but we didn't have everybody at full tilt by any stretch. So we'll see. I mean, it's unfortunately you can take flu shots and you can still get sick, right? I mean, it's what we're dealing with, and I've got a staff of guys in there that are trying to fight it. So I anticipate it, but I mean, you never know.
Is it fair to say that psychologically for a young team and for you as well, that when the team starts rallying in the second half, it's like, here we go again?
Possibly, yeah. That's where leadership comes in. That's where they've got to look out and feel safe, right? And that's what we need, right? That's what we need, and we didn't have that as much last week. And some of that, in all honesty, because Anthony had a tough week. Started out with the sickness, and I'm not sure he ever really quite totally recovered from it when it came to getting the energy up, when it came to eating right, all those different things that go into it. And I think it affected his week, because he can bring a lot of confidence to your team, and he's been better. And I fully anticipate that he's going to be much better right now. But bottom line is he's also 18, as is Severe, and we're relying on those guys for a lot. But the bottom line is, that's why I keep using the term all the time, collective. There's really no way around it. And we've got to keep building that.
I'm sorry, ESPN came out with a new mock draft today, and they actually had him up to 1 in the projected draft for 2020. Is there any shot? Do you even verbalize, hey, maybe another year in college would help you out?
And I don't read the mock drafts. I see Twitter here and there, but I haven't even read those. So no, we're focused on today and how he can be better and how he can improve and get his energy back where it's got to be, and those type of things, and play to the level that he's capable of.
Tumani was saying you've been trying to get him to be more vocal as a leader, all year long.
All year long. That's a good point. I was going to add that. You just said all year long.
Right.
Yes.
How much of a challenge has that been, not only with him, but just with all the freshmen on this team?
Well, it's been a huge challenge, especially with him, because he plays a lot of minutes, and we need that, right? We need him to verbalize the game, and we need him to call things out. We need him to play with that level of confidence. And what guys don't always understand is the more you talk, the more energy you have. So it's not only you're bringing energy to your teammates, you're bringing energy to yourself. It's an engagement that is there. And I always say, like, you're empowering yourself to be even more of a leader when you talk, right? And that's the bottom line with getting guys to understand that. But there's veterans on our team, veterans across the country, that aren't great at talking yet. And it's something you got to be able to become comfortable with, and then it becomes part of who you are. But it's something that we need from him. We need him to be aggressive. We need him to be able to get to the foul line. I don't think he's had a free throw in the last 5 games. We need him to play with confidence, keep being that Swiss Army knife that he is, get him on the perimeter even more to drive and cut, and we're asking a lot of him. So he's doing a lot of really, really good things. But there's no question that talking could be something that he could be much better at for us.
Tyree was talking about that kind of conversation has been, if you just get one win, that would kind of
Yeah, we just need to focus on
thing
playing well, right? Like playing in longer stretches together, talking through it, playing with confidence, not waiting for the bottom to fall out, right? And that's what happens sometimes with teams. Let's just keep playing, right? But we got to take care of the ball, right? I mean, we can have every great intention that we could possibly have, but if we don't take care of the ball better, then those become problems for us.
Why does that always seem to be? First half seems good, but slowly in the second half, is that just a confidence thing?
Could be trying to do too much, and like I said earlier, trying to play too quick, and trying to make something happen. You start to lose the lead, and now you think you got to make something happen rather than continuing to trust the spacing, commit to the spacing, trust the offense, those type of things. I think that's a part of it. Guys trying to make plays that aren't there, and decision making, and rather than playing with really good awareness, I think that becomes part of it.
There are a lot of young guys on this team. Do you think any of those second half collapses are due to conditioning? These guys just not being as strong as some of the teams are going against?
Well, we know we're not
Physically.
as big and as physical as most of these teams.
Cardiovascularly?
I don't know if it's that. I think when you start to lose confidence, your cardiovascular goes down pretty quick. Yeah, I think when the mental is physical as 4 to 1, as they used to say, right? It's probably pretty accurate. And then you can get real fatigued. You can get fatigued when the ball's not going in. You can get fatigued when it's not going your way. You can get fatigued when you get disappointed. And I think that's why it's so hard to measure it, right? It's so hard to measure what it is. But as far as the conditioning and running and all those type of things, I don't think those things are issues. I think what happens when we're not having success makes us look a lot more fatigued than what we really are. But being able to concentrate, focus, and again, just keep the game simple. All right, the better the player you are, the more simple you keep the game. And getting guys to understand that simple passes, next pass, all those type of things are so big.
One more question, 2 more questions.
Good? All right, see you guys.
Appreciate